Hey Scrapper Names fans, how are we all? So I'm up here on the Kitaholic Kits channel as guest designer for April, and this is my second project I think for this month. So this April's kits came with the Pink Fresh Studio, that's what I'm showing you, Case of the Blahs, which is a very everyday orientated kind of collection. And this one's got a really wordy background. Now, it took me a bit to decide how I was going to use these papers because they were all a bit really nice, but very different for me anyway. So, I am going to use this Green Delusions paint, which I think is called Cut Grass, through my Kaiser Craft stencils that came in the kit that you saw me just have then, that one, which is I find, when I look at it, it's a really good boy kind of one. Like, it could use some really dark colours through that and make it a real grungy kind of layout, which I'm using it for this photo of my son. He went back when he started school this year, so this is 2018 back to school photos in January. So this he started year 6 this year, so last year of primary school. Not my little man anymore. So as you can see there, what I've done is I cut that out for you, is I've done the main bit in the middle and then done some stenciling in either corner. Just kind of went with it. I didn't know what I wanted to do and I just sort of gone with the flow really. I'm just going to use this Kaiser Craft acrylic paint. This came in a kit many months ago from Kitaholics. That one, and then I think there was a pink and gold as well. And I just wanted to do exactly what I just did then. Now it is a bit glumpy. I don't know if that's a word, but hey, whatever, we'll just go with it. In those spots there where the paint was a bit thicker, so it did take a fair bit to dry, and I'm a little bit impatient. It wasn't drying as quick as I wanted, so I just kind of worked around it. And you know, whatever, it's dry now, so it's gone in an album, so it's all good. So I just trimmed my photo down to a nice little neat sort of square. I didn't want it to take up all of that space of that green stenciling. It was just sort of wasted photo really. It was just trees and, you know, the background, and I didn't think it needed to be on there. So this is my little, you would have seen a million times if you're a subscriber of mine, that's my little tray I get of goodies from my Kitaholic kit. So there was the ephemera for the Case of the Blahs, then there was the exclusive printables, and then this month we've got a heap of acrylic shapes mixed in with some wood veneer from Corbett Creations. Actually, I'm finding that I think there's more of that in the kits as we're going along. I think Steph's adding more and more to it, which is fantastic. I love those little things from Corbett Creations, another Aussie-based company. Alright, so I decided that I would map my photos onto this paper, do a bit of layering behind them, behind the photo, just to make sure the photo wasn't lost in the background, because to me the background being so black and white and really lots of words, I tried to use the stenciling to break it up, and it has, and then I thought I'm going to add some layers of different sort of colours and patterns just to break it up that little bit more so the photo didn't disappear into the background. That's what I'm just using here, and again these are all pattern papers from the Case of the Blahs that came in this month's main April kit. Trying to decide which one to use. It was actually a bit tricky with this paper because I wanted to make sure there was not too much black and white. Again, I wanted some things with colour on it. So this is all white, this paper, but it's got lots of little colours through it, like little crosses and dots and things like that, different like greeny colours and stuff. So it worked well not to be just a subtle break between the photo and the main background paper. I'm just trimming that all down. There we go. I think, do I go again? I'm not sure I used another one. I might. I could be wrong because I can't remember. Thinking. So I have a little table next to my main desk where I scrap that has everything I'm going to use for a project on there. So for me, I had my whole kit from Kitaholics out as well, so I could sort of, you know, move around it and yeah, just see what I had and see easy to grab, and you know, not fussing around looking for things and bits and pieces and all that jazz. So what have I done? I was going to use this cut apart sheet. I don't know if I do. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Oh my goodness. I might. Do I? Do I not? What am I doing? I did contemplate some vellum, But to me, vellum is a soft addition and a soft texture to a layout. And being this was a boy layout, I didn't want that softness. I really wanted things sort of like right there, kind of thing. So sometimes I'll use it depending on the photo and the colours. But to me, the greens and that were in there were just really boy, so I just didn't think the vellum would sit well. I must be adding this paper. I have to say the papers again this month, whilst it is different, and at first when I looked at them I was like, oh, how am I going to make stuff using this? Like, what am I going to think? Like, I try and pull out paper, and it's the same when I buy stuff. I'm like, well, what am I going to use this for? Can I use this? Is this fitting my style? You know, blah, blah, blah. And this one was a bit, yeah, but it is a really nice, cool collection. Stay tuned for some projects from both myself, obviously, and the design team on Kitaholics using these collections. Check them out. I think there's a Kitaholic Kits community page on Facebook that everyone can be a part of and see what's being made and stuff. Check that out. You'll be able to see what each of the kits, because there's 4 different kits. So I just get the main one at the moment. There's an embellishment, a pocket page, and a mixed media kit as well. And they all are coordinated really well with the different collections and things that we can get. So yeah. Alright, so it's time to stick my photo down. I've got some white craft foam there, just to add a little bit of height to the photo, again to pop it up a little bit off that background, add a bit of dimension, all that jazz. What am I doing? I don't know why I do this. Every time I film of late, my camera's not in the position I had it perfectly, and it's been bumped and knocked, and now I can't get back to the way I want it. It's driving me nuts. So you might see in a couple of my other videos that, you know, I fiddle around with it. I do try and edit it out, but, you know, real life scrapping as it happens kind of thing. And this is the other thing. I didn't use, I don't think, like a wet glue to stick down my photos and stuff. I just used double-sided tape, I think, for the most part. And it's fine. It hasn't, you know, again, I think because the mixed media background isn't like a wet ink, it's just that paint. And it's dry. For the most part, it's dried. I just layered it up with some double-sided tape here, and away we went. There we go. So I have to be careful because that blue splodges are still a bit wet, and I'm a bit impatient. So these chipboard alphas came in the set as well, in the kit as well. There you go, it's just showing you all of them. So there was a variety there, uppercase, lowercase, and all the rest. So I'm going to use these for my title. So you will see, I actually jumped around with what I was going to title this. Always have that issue. And I think I just did Schools Back. And I was contemplating leaving them that raw chipboard, and then thought, no, it sort of just disappears into that background paper. So yeah, so I'm going to paint these black, and done. Magic, all done. So I think that looks really good. I just painted them. I did make sure the paint when I put it on was the thick coat, just in case it soaked into the chipboard a little bit. But yeah, I had no dramas with it, and it dries really quick, so it was great. Now I'm just going to start to embellish. Now, as I said before, I picked out some embellishments and things I thought would fit with the theme of my page, the colours of my layout, all that sort of stuff. So now I'm just going to put it all together in the way that I want it. Not all of it. I don't think I use all of the ones that I've picked. They don't all make the cut, but yes. But I wanted to do like this one. I was just in the mood for some clustering. So I don't know why, I just was. So I thought that little clusters would look better around, because the background is busy with the words and then there's the paint. I think the clusters worked better. I'm starting some, I think it's green. I think I used green or blue twine to my tags. I think I struggled with this one. I didn't think it went in properly or something. I was fighting with it, as you do. And again, it's wet, so I had to be really careful. Just some double-sided tape. I don't think, oh, maybe, did I add foam tape? Hang on, I'll have a look. I think this little piece here that I add to the tag, I think it's on foam tape as well, just to make that cluster pop up a little bit in line a little bit with my photo. As I said, I was really conscious of the background being busy with all those black and white words, that I didn't want anything to sort of disappear. I kind of got a bit stuck. I really wanted to do them, but I didn't want to make them too big. So I'm just buffing around with it, as you do. So we are already partway through when I'm doing this voiceover of April. Oh my goodness, the year is going super duper quick. I hope everyone's keeping well, and any of you who are in the start of the school holidays, good luck. I don't know what else to say. We're day 2 of the school holidays, and I have to admit, so far, not so bad. My kids have been really good and helpful, and, you know, just chilling out together, and, yeah, so it's been really good. I haven't actually had any great deal of scrapping time. But hopefully I do get some more today after I do this voiceover. I'm hoping to film a few more projects for you and pop them up. We shall see where the road takes me, I guess. So I've just finished that little cluster there. I put that attitude as well with a bit of twine through it because it looks like a tag. And then I just added this little border piece that you can see, that black sort of wavy, bumpy wavy bit underneath. Just, I don't know, just fitted well. I thought it was a really good addition. It sort of made it all sort of stick up a little bit, and, you know, really didn't melt away into the background again. I'm going to use that tag at the top with the pencil. I just thought that was perfect for the theme of my layout, which is, you know, going back to school, so, you know, pens, papers, books, all those sorts of things. I'm going to use that to, I don't do a lot of journaling. It doesn't need it. I think the photo is pretty self-explanatory. So I just put the date and a little bit of jotting down, and that's journaling down, and that's it. I wanted this arrow to go on. Now, the only problem I did find, and I don't know if you can see them in the close-ups, is that because I was impatient with the paint, I kept getting my finger in it, or I had some on my finger, and it kept getting on the embellishments a little bit. It was driving me nuts. But I just kept going because, you know, as I said, I'm impatient. I wanted to do this layout. I had it going. It was in my mind. So a little bit of paint didn't hurt anyone. And just finishing off, I just popped that little cluster at the top. So it says nope. Oh, I don't know what the other one says. Oh my goodness, something, I don't know. And then a little love heart as well. And I think the layout may be nearly done. Oh no, I potter around. I do just potter around with what I'm going to add. I wanted to make sure I was adding the right stuff. Not the right stuff, but you know what I mean. And just this little arrow. Again, I can't remember what it says. What am I doing? What am I doing? I've disappeared again. What was it? Maybe I might be wiping my hands because I was getting sick of the paint. Oh no, there you go. I probably was doing both. So these Pink Fresh Studio Boys Fort stickers came in the kit. I wanted to add some of those to that arrow down the bottom as well. just some little phrases. So I do have a bit of a good look at them as to what would work on this layout really well. I've actually been looking at getting the boys' foot collection on a completely side note, because when I see boy collections, I try to snavel them up if I can, or bits and pieces, because for the longest time you could not get anything really boy related. It was always very pretty. So I am making sure that, you know, I don't miss out, I guess. Making some space. Now I'm going to go through. You can see that tray there. That all came in my kit. All those wood veneer pieces, the acrylic shapes, all of it came in my kit. So it's a really good, it's a good pack in them now. You really get a few bits and pieces, which is really nice. I'm just going to add these, instead of enamel dots, I thought I'd use these pieces from the kit, just to add little pops of colour and just something different. So like it's some stars. I think I only use the stars actually. I don't think I use anything else. So yeah, so I just sort of alternate between the larger acrylic shapes and a really small wood veneer piece. Now, as I said, I only jotted a real tiny little bit of journaling on that tag there, just added the date, because as I said, obviously the title, the photo, it's Schools Back for 2018. So it's pretty self-explanatory. There's no rhyme or reason, just if in case you're going, why does she put them there? There's no rhyme or reason for me much anymore with where I put enamel dots or these acrylic shapes and wood veneer pieces. I kind of just go, that needs a little something different, so I just pop it there. There's no, as I said, there's no real rhyme or reason. It's just that felt like using them, thought that had a nice little bit of difference, interest, colour, all those things. So that's what I did. I just popped it in. You know, try not to think too much, which is hard for me because I like to really think things out and plan things out, but sometimes I just got to let it flow with the scrapbooking. I add some splatters just to add a little bit of sparkle around, which is the High Swap Colour Shine. I think it's the mint colour. And so it's got a nice little glimmer in it once it dries, which is nice. So just added a little bit more colour to that background without actually taking over that background, if that makes sense. And I think that I am all done. There we go. So everything I've used here is, except for the two sets of paints, are all from my Kitaholic kit. Here are the close-ups. Be sure to go and check their page and their shop out. Steph does a fantastic job. And till next time, guys, happy scrapping. See you soon. Bye.